Guys, so today we'll be discussing Spiti Valley in October 2024. What is the weather, the temperature, and the road condition? When you're planning a trip in October, is it a good time to go? Let's discuss and dive into the short, under 5 minute video of ours. So, the first thing to understand is that October is usually when the season starts changing. It goes from monsoon to autumn. It's not supposed to be raining, but you can't really predict the weather in Himachal anymore. It's so erratic that it can rain, it can snow, it can be pleasant. So it all depends on what God has in store for you on this spiritual journey to Spiti Valley. So now, when it comes to the weather, keep in mind that the daytime the temperature would be anywhere between 5 degrees to 15 degrees, with the highest being around 18 degrees. So throughout the day, you will definitely need a sweatshirt. The nighttime temperature here's where it gets really tricky. In the nights, the temperature will drop to as low as minus 10 degrees, and this is to keep in mind that regardless of where you're staying in the valley, the highest temperature in the night, that is, I would say in the night would be after 11 o'clock, would be around 5 degrees. So if you're staying in the more remote parts like Langza, in Demul, expect the temperature to drop to as low as even minus 15 degrees. But that doesn't mean it'll snow. It just means that it's going to get extremely cold. So the best way to avoid falling sick to this cold is don't have a bath. If you don't have a bath, you're not going to fall sick. The next best thing to do is have a bath only in the daytime. By having a bath in the daytime, you're avoiding the chances of falling sick, because in the daytime by default it will be sunny. If the weather is bad, do not have a bath. Now when it comes to the overall weather and temperature, this is what it is going to be, what I've just explained. But the weather can be erratic. It can rain, it can snow, and it can be a lot of other things that can happen in the form of windy dust storms, because again, like I said, the October is the month when the weather is transitioning. It's just a short bit of autumn before winter sets in. After this, it's the road condition. So what are you expecting from the road condition? So the Kinnaur road is supposed to be open, and it should be open unless and until there is some kind of a cloud burst which will prevent the road. Likewise, the same thing is with the Manali road. The Manali road is the easier and the faster way to get in, but if it starts to snow, the road via Kunzum Pass will close, and that will be the end of season. Don't expect it to open again. Camping at Chandratal is extremely dicey, because if it starts to snow, the camps have to be removed. But visiting Chandratal is possible provided that the weather is good. If the weather is good for a week, all the snow will melt off. Now, the other things that you gotta keep in mind is that you have limited facilities in Spiti Valley during the month of October. Most of the homestays will be open, but the hotels and guest houses will start to shut because the season is coming to an end. And most of the people who ever run businesses in Spiti Valley, their staff will start moving out because they can't bear the extreme cold. So even when you're going to cafes, I don't believe all the things on the menu will be available. So the best thing is eat whatever is available, make the best of what you have. Network is flawless. You will get excellent 4G network of Jio and Airtel all through the journey. Jio personally has better network in Spiti Valley as compared to Airtel, because even in the remote villages of Dankar and Langza, you will have network. Now, when it comes to clothing, keep in mind that since it's extremely cold, carry at least a minimum of 2 really thick jackets. One thick jacket and one sweatshirt is good enough. If you're someone who really feels cold, carry in thermals, because that's the thing that will keep you warm. And if you're someone who really can't bear the cold at night, get a sleeping bag. Borrow one from a friend or buy one from any of the online stores, or go to any of the adventure stores and buy a sleeping bag which is of minimum 0 to minus 5 degrees, because that's the only thing that's going to keep you warm. There are no heaters in Spiti Valley because there are no trees, so there's no way a heater can be active. And even if you're planning on getting an electric heater, keep in mind that electricity goes by 11 p.m, so the heater will be of no use. The next thing is about the places that you should be visiting in the month of October. Nearly all the places within Spiti Valley are easily accessible. No place is going to be cut off because there are roads going to all these places, and snowfall is very unlikely that it will block a village. My personal recommendation is stay a night in Tabo, stay a night in Langza, stay a night in Dankar, because that's where the whole experience is. Kaza is a place that if you want and you really want to stay and you want to experience a little bit of the city vibe, stay, but otherwise it's not really worth the stay. Over and above this, Spiti Valley in October is a great time to visit because the lighting and the colors of the trees, whatever limited are there, is going to turn into yellow and orange, and that's the perfect time to get the beautiful autumn pictures. Along with that, the tourists are very limited in Spiti Valley in the month of October. So over and above, Spiti in October is a great time to go. Just keep in mind that it's going to be extremely cold.